Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition unboxing on my channel. Today we are here to take a look at the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 wireless gaming headset. Now, first and foremost, I'm by no means any kind of expert on this subject. I've only really ever owned a couple of headsets, but I thought it was time for an upgrade. I used to have the Turtle Beach PX24s, which are really nice because it's important to me to be able to hear my own voice and monitor that volume level. But it's like on a dongle, a whole other little accessory that's like heavy and weighs things down. It's not super heavy, but you know, it's just a whole pain in the butt. And now they have better ones that are all super built in. So I thought, hey, let's give these things a try. Also, I did try buying a pair of Stealth 300s and I was gonna open those for you, but luckily I realized in time those were stereo and these are surround, which I definitely want because PSVR is a lot of fun. That being said, I don't know if it is the regular price. I think it's a sale price. I caught these for 120 bucks at Best Buy. It might normally be 150, but I don't know. So obviously it's gonna come with some stuff. We'll figure all that out as we get in there. I can't give you too much of a review on this in terms of anything other than maybe how they feel. I don't know. I have no idea if maybe I'll be able to add other thoughts, but we'll see. Again, like I said, this is an awkward unboxing for me because I've not really ever unboxed a headset. So I feel like, oh, there is tape. I knew I saw stickers, I just couldn't find it. So let's get in there and let's see what we got. So we got a little slip thing, we got tape on the bottom as well. Or well, a sticker, not necessarily tape. And pretty premium packaging. Now they do make them for Xbox as well, but there's not really a difference other than I think green instead of blue is my understanding. And if I do say anything completely wrong in here, please feel free to tell me in the comments. Just all I ask is be polite about it because, you know, no one's right all the time, as much as I'd like to think I am. So it's gonna open up just kind of folding out like this, like a mystery box. That's pretty nice. And sweet, you got a little bit of protection. It's almost like a mouse pad. It's not quite a mouse pad, but you could probably use that as a mouse pad. And then there you have the beautiful babies. Sweet, all right, so let's get everything out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Oh, these feel nice already, just right away they feel good in the hands. And you got a USB dongle. This is probably for setup or maybe even charging. Or this is also for another kind of connected thing, or maybe this is how it connects to the system. I don't know, we're gonna find out. If so, I don't know that I love that, but we'll see. Nothing there, just kind of packaging. All right, so we have a charging cable. Looks like micro USB to USB. Again, we will look at that a little bit better. We have a plug-in cable, or optical cable, actually, it looks like. That's interesting. And some of this, and then just silicate gel, or whatever that stuff's called. So let me move all that stuff out of the way, and we'll take a look up close and personal at some of this stuff. Let's start with the least interesting stuff, the paperwork. We'll go through this real fast. Shouldn't be too much to it. So you get a Turtle Beach sticker. Get register your product, and then, you know, support. That's nice, they have plenty of support options. Quick start guide. Hopefully there's a truly quick start. So this is a transmitter. Okay, so it looks like I do have to have that plugged into a USB slot. That kind of sucks. Hopefully you can run without it, but I mean, it's not a deal breaker. So yeah, you got your charging cable, a digital optical cable. Interesting. And yeah, you're gonna plug in, play that way. And just some basic setup stuff, so. Oh, it has to, oh wow. So that is kind of a pain. I don't know how much I like that or not. I might keep my old, we'll see, we'll find out. But it looks like you do have to plug in the USB and use the optical, which is very interesting because I don't even know that mine has an optical. I'm playing on a PS4 Pro. Yeah, it should have one. But I don't know if this will work for the Slim in that regard. Thought there was an audio cable in here, just your basic thing to plug it into the headsets, but perhaps not. So I think that's just, yeah, that's just a different language on the back. And then, yeah, we'll just open this stuff, I suppose, see what happens. Maybe I will go test this out and then come back and talk to you guys. So yeah, there is your optical cable, very odd looking optical cable. All right. USB charging, which of course you're going to want to do for your headphones. I've heard these hold about a 10-hour charge. And then yeah, here is your dongle. And that's where you're gonna plug that into there. Like, you take the plastic tips off, I think. Yeah, you're gonna wanna take the plastic tips off, just pro tip, on both sides. You'll plug that in, and hopefully plug that into an optical port if you have it. All right, let's take a little look at the headphones. And then maybe I'll go test these out and see what we think. So plenty of turning radius on that. That's comfortable. pops out a pretty good deal. Decent padding up in here. We have our game volume. We have our headset chat volume. We have it plugged, so I think you can plug this in with a regular cable. I don't know why it's not included. You got your charging port. Nothing on this side. And then apparently, you know, the mic flips down, and when you flip it up, it mutes. So that's pretty handy, actually. Okay. All right, well, let me mess with these for a few minutes, and I'll come back and let you know some more things as I figure it out. Okay, so that took way too long. I have finally got these working, and I do pretty much like them, but I gotta tell you some issues I definitely have with how this is designed. First, this is comfortable. It's a little bit tighter on my head than the PX24s were, and I miss my gooseneck microphone with the pop filter, so I can really move it in there. But ultimately, you know, the knobs right here are pretty good, and once you get everything set correctly, it's pretty nice. So, but that's the trouble I was having. Now, a couple of hardware design problems I have is with how you hook this up. One, I'm using a PS Pro, and I do have a LAN cable hooked in so I can get higher speed through my internet. Well, the thing is, if you want to plug this into the one USB slot on the back, it has to plug like this, and the Ethernet cable is right here. And because they made this optical cable bit so beefy, you can't put it in the back slot and have that plugged in. So I am literally having to plug this on a front slot and then run the cable all the way into the back. And that is very uncool because it just doesn't look good. Now, apparently there is a way to have your headphones and stuff work without the optical cable. It doesn't really clearly explain it here. I mean, it explains how to do it, but I have a feeling that's gonna get you a lesser quality, like maybe you don't get surround in that or something. Maybe there is something I didn't read, but so that's a design flaw that I do not like. You know, I don't know why this couldn't just have a dongle that plugs directly into your controller or something. But then again, like I said, I'm kind of new to the headset game, so feel free to educate me on that. I would love to learn more about why that may or may not be. Now, I didn't really play with too many of these buttons other than the power button. Now, you can Bluetooth connect this to your phones, your tablets for that kind of play as well, because it'll work pretty much any console or gaming device. I'm wondering if I could probably even just use this as a phone, you know, talking on the phone completely hands-free, because that'd be kind of nice, and then it's a good quality sound. I didn't really mess with the super sound or anything like that. But one thing you definitely want to do, because I was delayed, I jumped ahead. You want to update your firmware immediately, because I didn't do that, and I might have had better results sooner if I had done that first. It didn't make a tremendous difference on me time-wise, but it did make some difference. Now this is a relatively complicated setup. Like, if you're somebody that, sure, you know how to plug in an HDMI cable, but beyond that, it gets a little tricky. This is going to be a little overwhelming for you. Even for me, I kind of had to Google a little bit and be like, what? Because, you know, certain things just weren't working. But so basically, grab that app, update, and you can mess with a couple of settings in there. I turned my mic monitoring way up because the initial setting is pretty quiet. Also, I had to pair mine. These are supposed to come paired out of the box, but maybe if I'd updated first, it might be paired. Luckily, I do keep a paper clip on standby for poking that little tiny hole and, you know, getting everything flashing so we can pair. But it does have pairing instructions, and it's pretty easy. But let me just run you through this just real quick to help. All this is fairly self-explanatory, but I want you to see how many steps you actually have to go through to pair. I mean, look at that. There's like 9 steps to get this set up. Going through the settings and changing it to the optical out and the Dolby 5.1, not DTS, and you got to go into your output settings again for audio format priority and change the bit stream. Then you got to go into settings, devices. Then you got to select your headset and input and select it for output and set the output to chat audio and adjust your volume and then calibrate your microphone. Don't forget to hit OK when you calibrate your microphone. I was missing that a couple of times. So there's all that. Pairing. Let's see, where was pairing? Pairing's down here. Again, pretty easy. You just got to put a plug. You shouldn't have to do this, but you might have to. Just paper clip into that hole until it flashes. Takes about 5 seconds. And then you're going to want to hold down your power once it's flashing, that kind of thing. Don't listen to my words. Actually read and do, because I am truncating to say this a little bit faster. But like I said, there is apparently a way. Oh, it's for the PlayStation Slim because it doesn't have optical. Okay. I assume this would also work on the Pro, but so there you go. There's the settings for that if you want to do it. Now that's definitely less settings, but I imagine on the Pro I'm getting better audio. So all that said and done, I can tell these are pretty good. I still think I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 on these compared to my PX24s because my PX24s were lighter, more comfortable. I had more options with the position of the microphone and it had a nice pop filter. But in this, I can turn on a gate. These are a little bit heavier. They are wireless and they are Bluetooth as well if you want to do that, which is pretty nice. So that's a nice bonus. And these are definitely more expensive than the PX24s, which you can't really find in stores anymore. You can find them on their site, it looks like, but that's about it. So again, like I said, not a complete expert. A little bit frustrated with how much setup was involved, but once I've got them working, it seems to be working pretty well. I haven't been able to see how good it sounds yet. I did like a minute-long live stream just to kind of test the volumes, but of course, for whatever reason, YouTube is taking all day to process a 1-minute live stream. But that's my thoughts. I can't wait to hear yours. Again, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear about other headsets too, because I'm still looking for maybe another pair. Just, I have reasons I can't say in this video for other reasons. They're all good reasons. I just want, any advice, any tips, anything like that. And what's your experience with Turtle Beach and the various headphones and all that kind of stuff. So geek out with me in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about these things. Other than that, you can click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And now I'm going to get out of here because I got some gaming to do and go open up some more stuff. I'll see you all later.